Hello, this is Trevor Scott Barton reading from my story Hilcias, Chapter 5. His abuela's name was Izote. The izote is the national flower of El Salvador. It is white and fragrant with thick pointed leaves. It is born again and again out of its injured trunk. It never dies. It's a stubborn flower, full of a will to live. His abuela was like the izote. She was beautiful and stubborn. She had been born again and again out of the wound of El Salvador's Civil War. She was full of a will to live. But she was not like the izote, for she died. She was shot in a senseless murder, all because a neighboring shopkeeper was killed in a gang-related shooting, and she might have seen the shooter. She didn't, but it didn't matter. There is no sense in violence, only the loss of a life that could have made a more beautiful world. He never saw his abuela. He knew her, though, from the stories his abuelo told about her along the migrant road. When he was a baby, his mommy wore him on her back with a tattered piece of cloth as she trudged the rows of tomatoes and peaches along the South Carolina coast. He felt the heat that weighed on her shoulders. He saw the dirt and blisters on her feet as she walked on, picking and bending and picking, until the sun set on the horizon. He learned the songs she sang about his abuela. He came to know her through his mommy's heart, feet, and music. What a beautiful way to get to know a person. His abuelo would sit beside his sleeping mat each night and tell him stories about El Salvador and his abuela. Oh, the land was beautiful, he said, with green fields on the mountain that stretched as far as your eyes could see. They stretched all the way to the river that was as blue and crisp as the morning sky. We were happy there. The land was ours to use. The land was ours to nurture. The corn, the beans, the mangoes, and the chickens were ours to eat and sell and store away for the dry season. Your abuela was so beautiful standing in those fields. I would stand and stare at her, and my heart would beat as fast as a hummingbird's heart because of her beauty, and my eyes would drop tears of joy for her love. She was the field. She was the mountain. She was the river. She was the hummingbird. She was the izote.